Ever wondered why some engines perform better than others? It's not just about horsepower or torque. There's a hidden factor that many car enthusiasts often overlook: rod ratio. This mysterious term holds the key to understanding why certain engines are smooth operators while others pack a punch. Rod ratio can make or break an engine's performance. Whether you're a seasoned gearhead or just getting your hands greasy, understanding rod ratio can elevate your knowledge. Imagine you're at a car show and you notice two cars with similar engines, yet one seems to roar more ferociously. The difference might just lie in the rod ratio. Let's dive into the world of engine geometry and uncover the secrets of rod ratio. So what exactly is rod ratio? In the simplest terms, rod ratio is the relationship between the length of the connecting rod and the stroke of the piston. Think of it as the ratio between two key measurements in an engine. The connecting rod is the link between the piston and the crankshaft. The stroke is how far the piston moves up and down within the cylinder. To put it into a formula, rod ratio equals the length of the connecting rod divided by the stroke of the piston. This ratio can vary widely between different engines. Engines with a high rod ratio have longer connecting rods relative to their stroke, while those with a low rod ratio have shorter rods. Imagine you're on a swing. The chains of the swing are like the connecting rods, and your movement back and forth is like the piston's stroke. If the chains are longer, your movement is smoother and more graceful. This analogy helps to visualize how rod ratio influences engine dynamics. Let's dive into how rod ratio affects engine performance with some real-world examples. Consider two engines, one with a high rod ratio and one with a low rod ratio. A high rod ratio, say 1.8-1, means the connecting rod is almost twice as long as the stroke. This setup is often found in high-revving engines like those in sports cars and motorcycles. High rod ratios generally lead to smoother engine operation and less wear and tear on components. On the flip side, a low rod ratio such as 1.5-1, means the connecting rod is shorter relative to the stroke. This configuration is common in engines designed for low-end torque, like those in trucks and some muscle cars. For example, the Honda S2000 has a high rod ratio, which helps it achieve its legendary 9,000 revolutions per minute redline. In contrast, the Dodge Ram's Hemi 5.8 has a lower rod ratio, providing the grunt needed for towing and hauling heavy loads. These examples show how rod ratio can tailor an engine's characteristics to its intended use. Section 4. Pros and cons of different rod ratios. Every choice in engine design comes with trade-offs, and rod ratio is no exception. High rod ratios can improve engine longevity by reducing stress on the piston and cylinder walls. They also tend to have better breathing at high RPMs, making them ideal for performance-oriented applications. However, high rod ratios can lead to a taller engine block and added weight. On the other hand, low rod ratios provide more torque at lower RPMs, which is great for heavy-duty applications like towing or off-roading. Low rod ratio engines are often more compact, making them easier to fit into a variety of vehicle types. But low rod ratios can increase the side forces on the piston, leading to more wear and tear. Understanding these trade-offs is crucial for anyone looking to optimize their engine's performance. Whether you're building a race car or a workhorse truck, knowing the pros and cons of different rod ratios can help you make informed decisions. Section 5. The importance of understanding rod ratio for car enthusiasts. For car enthusiasts, understanding rod ratio is more than just a technical curiosity. It's a key piece of the puzzle in the quest for better engine performance. Whether you're modifying your engine or simply trying to understand why it performs the way it does, rod ratio is a concept you can't afford to ignore. Knowing about rod ratio gives you the answer to why your engine revs so smoothly. It's the kind of knowledge that sets true enthusiasts apart from casual car owners. Rod ratio also plays a role in diagnosing engine issues. If you're experiencing excessive wear on your pistons or cylinder walls, a low rod ratio could be the culprit. Conversely, if your engine struggles to deliver power at high RPMs, a high rod ratio might be what you need. Ultimately, rod ratio is a fundamental aspect of engine design that every car enthusiast should know about. Section 6. Conclusion. The key takeaways. In conclusion, rod ratio is a critical but often overlooked factor in engine performance. It's the relationship between the length of the connecting rod and the stroke of the piston. This ratio can significantly influence how an engine performs, affecting everything from smoothness and longevity to power delivery and RPM limits. High rod ratios are great for high-revving engines, offering smooth operation and less wear and tear. Low rod ratios provide more torque at lower RPMs and are more compact. For car enthusiasts, understanding rod ratio is essential. It's a small detail with a big impact, and it just might be the key to unlocking your engine's full potential.